Um, Speaking of women's wrestlers, after weeks of speculation, The Rock's daughter, Ava Raine, has made her WWE NXT television debut as a member of the Schism. With her debut on NXT TV, she becomes WWE's first ever fourth generational professional wrestler. So what did you see her debut, and what were her impressions of her and her character?
I did not watch the actual episode, but I did go ahead and watch the whole Schism presentation, and I did watch her promo because I wanted to understand what is Schism, why do they choose that name, and I'm a little bit slow, so I actually went out of my way to go Google it just so I could understand why do they go with that name, because that to me doesn't roll off the tongue very well. Schism.
Right.
It just doesn't strike me as like a catchy name, so that I had to
Right.
look it up, and it said literally a split or division between strongly opposed sections or parties caused by differences in opinion or belief, which went perfectly well with their promo. It actually
Right.
was a decent promo. You know, I like how they kind of turned the camera onto the fans, especially the internet marks, you know, because we're very opinionated. And I think that was actually the perfect way to present The Rock's daughter, because she definitely was going to have it. Okay, sorry. I think it was the perfect way to present The Rock's daughter because of the fact that, like, with her having the last name that she has, and she looks like a spitting image of her father while she's young. You know what I mean?
Right.
Yeah, it's so, and then I know people are going to definitely jump on her for, you know, the way she looks, the way she talks, you know, the character she wants to be. I love how she is placed in a group that both addresses that and just shuts everything the fuck down, saying like, yeah, we're put together because we're kind of just sick of all of you guys. It's like a better version of what they try to do in the main roster, Retribution, I believe.
Yeah.
Was
Yeah.
that the name of that horrible?
Yeah,
It's
Retribution.
like a
Yeah.
better version. It's like what they were attempting to do with them, but presented a little bit better. Yeah, I know that the budget between like the masks and stuff looked pretty cheap and looked very Party City-esque, but I liked their purpose. I enjoyed the promo, and it was just a nice way to really just set up Simone Johnson, aka Ava Raine, because I think she really wanted to hammer it in that, hey, I know that y'all know that I'm The Rock's daughter. Like, y'all know my daddy, but we not thinking about my daddy every time I'm on screen right now. I'm a different person. I am a separate entity. Leave that shit in the past, because I am not Natty and I'm not Charlotte. I'm not here to pay tribute. I'm not here to pay homage. I'm not. He did his damn thing.
Right.
This is my time. This is my time, and this is me. So get used to Ava. All right, let's drop the Johnson completely. Y'all get used to Ava. Like, I know you guys are gonna come at me because of what you know, but you guys don't know me yet. And I want y'all to know me.
Right.
Know me now. Get to know me now. Pay attention.
Right.
That's what I got out of that promo, and I loved her confidence. You know, she took off that mask and she had this bad bitch energy to her. I was like, oh, okay, I could get with this.
Right.
I could get with this. You know? I love the way she conducted herself. The promo, honestly, was probably 20 seconds off of her end, but she got her point across. She most definitely got her point across, because all she basically said is that I'm looking, I'm reading, and we not about to do this today because I am not the one nor the two.
Right.
So just because you guys were pulling what you were pulling, that's why this whole faction is made.
Right.
Like, it was great. It was great. I loved it. I'm interested. I know a lot of people are not going to like her off rip just because they're gonna choose not to for some reason. That's just a natural thing in the wrestling community, that you gotta either be as good as, you know, as whatever lineage that you came from. But I love her approach. I think it's very bold. I think it's very brave of her, because the easy route would be just to be an homage act.
Very true.
It's very hard nowadays in wrestling to come up with a unique character because there's so many characters. At some point, all fans like to do is to compare something to something else. You see a blonde, you want to compare that to Trish or to like a Tori or like Alexa or something like that. You know, you know what I mean? You see a mythical character being attempted, and it's like, oh, they're trying to be the Undertaker. You know what I mean? It's so hard to be unique. So the fact that she has the option that no one else has, which is just to be a tribute, and she's choosing to be her own person, I think is awesome. I love it. And I automatically love her.
For that.
So that's just my whole take on her. She's a badass bitch. What do you think, Jordan?
So I agree with you. I think the only issue I had was with the name, because there is an artist named Ava Raine currently out. She's a black woman.
Really?
Yeah. Like one of my bros,
I'm gonna look this up.
someone who's like my older brother to me, his name is Nick. He put me onto it. But other than the fact that she has somebody else's name, and I don't think it's intentional, but the fact that like her name kind of came after the artist established her name is kind of fishy. Outside of that, though, I think that it is very, very admirable to to it's very, very admirable that she wants to establish kind of an identity on her own, because The Rock is easily one of, if not the biggest draw ever in the history of pro wrestling, probably right next to Hulk Hogan or Stone Cold. And so the fact that she doesn't want to follow in her father's footsteps and she wants to do something on her own is very, very admirable of her. I think that she, even with the opening promo, the cadence was different. The tone was different. You can tell that she just in no way, shape, or form was trying to be like The Rock. She was trying to be her own woman. And I think that it was worth the wait. You know what I mean? Because I think she was signed to the Performance Center for years now. And I think that they've just been kind of taking their time, just trying to figure out what's her niche, what's her role, where she can fit. And I think that this is a great way to. Your mic is muted.
Sorry. She also has been injured. I forgot to add that in.
She was injured.
Yeah, in the Performance Center. Yeah.
Totally forgot about that. But yeah, I think that the fact that she's kind of doing something new and doing something different is very, very admirable of her. Once again, this was just like the first week, so I can only say but so much. I can just tell you that the tone was different, the cadence was different. This was not giving baby female Rock. This is giving I'm Ava. Like I'm Ava Raine. This is my character name. This is who I am. And you're not going to get, what you think you're going to get. And I think that that's very, very admirable of her. And actually, ironically, very much something that her father would do. Her father was her father is the type of person who kind of separated himself from the pack. The Rock is very, very different from Soul Man Rocky Johnson. And so I think that we're kind of seeing that lineage kind of expand in a different way with her kind of reinvigoration of her character. And so I'm very, very excited to see what comes of this.